Okay, 1, 2.
Okay. Good day, we are the group 3 from BSHM3A, and this is our recorded video presentation of the chemical research. Without further ado, let's start. And I am April Ginotasa Piscos, and I will be reporting about food stains. Okay. Nag-stop na yung recording. Okay. Ang nagkakatawa. Sige, go. Ano mo na? Play mo na yung ano. Ganyan lang siya. Hindi siya mag-ano.
I-full screen mo yung PowerPoint.
Oh, yes. Ika-cut-cut naman to kaya okay lang kahit may ano. Okay. So let's start. As we all know, any type of food shouldn't make contact with sheets, with the carpets, or any type of couches, but accidents do happen, and I will be discussing what housekeepers do when it happens. But before proceeding to it, as what you always tell us, sir, when it comes to cleaning stuff in hotels, one hotel's standard or protocol for cleaning may not be as the same as the other. But I actually had 3 types of food stains, but for this activity, I will be focusing on 1, the peanut butter on carpet, on leather, and crow couches. But as we all know, peanut butter usually make contact with sheets, the couch, or carpets when guests order room service, for example, sandwiches or desserts. And this protein-packed snack is delicious, but removing it because it has oily property. Bale, the materials that we'll be needing is an eyedropper, acetone, clean cloth, clean white cloth, dry cleaning solvent, liquid hand dishwashing detergent, white vinegar, and warm water. And the procedures naman, we will start with the simplest, which is to scrap off the excess peanut butter. Number 2 is using the eyedropper and apply a small amount of acetone. But we have to be careful when applying acetone on fabrics because acetone contains acetone is a tricitate. It will melt this fabric sa stain pag hindi ka careful. And then number 3 naman is to blot immediately. Do not rub the fabric because rubbing can, wait lang. 1, 2, 3. Because blotting puts a small amount of pressure on the stain to soak it up, while rubbing causes the particles to get grounded into the carpet fiber. So parang pag i-rub mo siya, imbis na matatanggal, mas papasok siya dun sa fabric. And then number 4 naman is using a clean white cloth, sponge the stain with a dry cleaning solvent. And then dry cleaning still involves liquid, but cloths are instead soaked in a water-free liquid solvent, which is known as tetrachloroethylene, known in the industry as PERC, which is the most widely used solvent. And then number 5 naman is you have to blot the solvent na naman para ma-absorb niya yung ginamit nating solvent. And then number 6, if the stain remains, mix 1 tablespoon of liquid hand dishwashing detergent and 1 tablespoon of white vinegar with 2 cups of warm water. This time, you have to sponge the stain with this solution. Blot until the liquid is absorbed. And number 7 naman, yung pinaka-last is you have to use sponge with cold water and blot dry to remove the detergent and vinegar solution. Bale, you have to do it in one direction. Hindi yung mag-start ka sa counterclockwise and then magka-clockwise ka. Next. Next page. Okay. Yan. Okay. Food stains. Dito naman, I will be discussing food stains in general on leather couches. Here we will be needing microfiber cloths, a mild grease fighting soap detergent, soap, tama ba? A mild grease fighting dish soap, distilled water, and leather conditioner. Oh, wala yung ano ko. Wait. Bali, the procedure is 1 to 9. The number 1 is we have to use a dry microfiber cloth. Dito, you don't have to blot. Wait. Number 1 is we have to use a dry microfiber cloth to blot as much grease or oil as you can from the area. Number 2 is you have to mix a few drops of this washing liquid with water to create a lather. Bali, yung tinatawag na lather is a floating white mass of bubbles produced by soap or a similar cleansing substance when mixed with water. Di ba pag naghuhugas tayo ng plato, minsan nilalagay natin example, yung joy, nilalagay natin ng water. So parang yun yung tinatawag na lather. And the number 3 naman is you have to dampen your microfiber cloth with the solution. Number 4 is to gently dab the stain around the 1, 2, 3. Number 4 is to gently dab the stained area with the cloth, making sure to work in one direction. Ito yung sinasabi ko kanina na you don't start from one direction and then magka-counter ka. Number 5 is to switch out your cloth for a fresh one and dampen this with distilled water only. You have to get a new microfiber cloth to avoid the collected stain on the first one to accidentally stain the leather again. Number 6 is to dab the leather just as you did with the soapy mixture, and you have to be careful and you have to carefully do it in the same direction pa din. Number 7 is to blot the area with 1, 2, 3. Number 7 is to blot the area dry with a fresh microfiber cloth. Bali dito, this is the third microfiber used, and this one is dry, unlike nung sa my water solution or yung dampen ng cloth. Number 8 is to repeat as needed until the stain has been lifted. And number 9 naman, apply the leather conditioner recommended by your manufacturer's instructor. Bali, yung tanong dito, why use specifically a leather conditioner? Bakit hindi na lang yung mga ordinary na conditioners na lang for couches? The answer for this is that this type of fabric is delicate, and using a conditioner that's made for this can help keep the leather bit soft and protected from lubricating the fabrics and reducing friction. And the conditioner will also help to protect the surface from stain, and over time it will deepen the color and enhance the patina. Bali, the patina is the leather's golden tones na nade-develop naturally as time pass by. Next. Food stains on sa crook skin. Yun. Sa crook skin. Okay na yung kanina like, okay, thank you. Food stains on crocodile skin. Dahil, quiet muna. And for the last naman is food stains on crook skin. But for this, we will be needing clean white cotton rag, warm water, and crocodile leather cleaner. We have 3 steps for this. And the number 1 is you'll have to use a clean white cotton rag dumped with warm water and gently wipe it over the surface of the crocodile skin until the entire surface of the skin is cleaned. And you have to do it in a one direction pa din. Number 2 naman is to dry off as much as you can with another cloth and leave the rest to dry in your aforementioned cool, dry, indoor place away from sunlight and dirt. Kasi nga, delicate siya na fabric. Number 3, if you desire to use a heavier leather cleaner, use one specifically designed for reptile or crocodile leather care, like this one po yung sa Big More Exotic, which is specifically used for croc and snake skin. And you have to do this because exotic skins tend to ruin more easily under the wrong kind of cleaner and conditioner. Next. And last naman po yung sa relative hindi yan. Sa ano? Ay, okay, yun na yun. Sa ano pala? Okay, ito na yun. Thank you. For the safe handling practices naman, number 1 is you have to read properly the instructions of the chemical that you use for cleaning to avoid mishandling. Importante to kasi to avoid, wait lang. This is important to avoid mishandling kasi pwedeng magka-aksidente pag hindi tama yung pag hindi mo gawin ng maayos. Number 2 is to wear proper attire. Example, yung sa goggles, yung sa gloves, pwede din yung sa PPE. Number 3 is to use wisely out of 1, 2, 3. Number 3 is to use the chemical wisely and number 3 is to use the chemical wisely because if oh my gosh sorry. Number 3 is to use the chemical wisely because too much chemical can cause irritation. Number 4 is that after using the chemical, place it to the trolley and install it to the safest storage. Oh my God, thank you. I-edit ko na lang, sorry. Sige, move tayo para ano. Okay, kasi no, next.
Oh. Hi, sir. Good day. My name is Justin Charles and Barnes. So, I'll be reporting about Christian oil. So, the type of material na gagamitin ko as an example spreadsheet. So, next slide. So, what is the difference between oil and grease? So, yung grease usually may thickener siyang acid. And then sa room temperature is solid madalas yung grease, and then yung oil is always liquid. And then all oils lahat ng oils is pwedeng maging grease, pero hindi lahat ng hindi lahat ng grease is galing siya sa oil. Kasi merong mga grease na galing sa machineries and sa tools and sa machineries and then tools, and then while yung oils is marami siyang uri. Pwedeng cooking oil, pwedeng oil then galing sa machinery and some stuff. So next. So how you should go about removing oil stain. So step 1 is kagaya lang din ng traditional way na ginagawa natin pag may stain is wet the stain well and with water and gently rub a teaspoon of grease cutting dish. So lalagyan lang din natin ng detergent or kahit anong sabon dun sa mismong stain area para ma-concentrate yung cleaning agent ng detergent. And then let it sit for 30 minutes. And then, okay. So yung step 3 is wash it with gentle detergent in hot water. So usually nire-recommend dun sa ni-research ko is nire-recommend siya washing it with cold water para ma-prevent yung shrinkage and then yung pagpupas. Pero mas mainam or mas effective gamitin yung hot water kasi mas makakatulong dito sa pag-aalis ng stain, lalo na pag sobrang madikit na stain. And then if step 4, if possible, is hang dry yung linens. So bakit? Kasi based dito sa step 4 is para may possibility na maka-spot ka pa ng stain na hindi pa naaalis. So para ma-remedyohan mo pa siya and then magawan mo pa siya ng paraan, and then para hindi na rin siya dumaan sa dryer and then mas tumigas pa lalo yung stain dahil dun sa heat ng dryer. So mas maalis siya, mas mahirap siyang alisin. And then next is remove these stains from bedsheet. So yun nga, kagaya ng sinabi ko kanina is yung grease is madalas meron siyang solid part. So first step is use towel for excess grease. So yun nga, sabi dito is gumamit daw ng towel para lang doon sa excess grease, which is yung mga, siguro may mga solid parts yung grease dun sa stained area. And then, gently rub lang yung towel doon para hindi na rin siya kumalat. And then, kaya ginagawa yung paggamit ng towel dun sa stained area ng grease para maalis lang din yung excess na solid parts. Ayun nga, kagaya ng sinabi ko, inulit ko lang. It's para maalis lang din yung yung excess grease. So, next. Kagaya lang din kanina, rub liquid detergent on stained area. So, dito sa step na to is, lalagyan lang din ng detergent yung stained area ng grease. And then, dito sa procedure naman ng grease is, kailangan siyang i-brush ng brush with yung detergent na nilagay. And then, after nun, yung friction and then yung between yung brush and then yung bedsheet is magiging makakatulong siya para maalis yung grease and then mas mapalambot yung stained area. And then, habang ganun, after nun, kapag bumula na siya and then tingin nyo na maayos na yung grease, medyo naaalis na is, babrushin lang din siya ng clean water. And then, kung may tira pa, dadagdagan lang ng detergent yung stained area and then scrub na lang ulit and then same procedure, brush it ulit with clean water. And then next is, so yun, ay sa baking soda. Ayun. And then sa baking soda. Balik. So ayun, pwede ding gamitan siya ng baking soda as an absorbent. So ang role dito ng baking soda is una, paano siya i-apply muna is lalagyan lang siya ng ilalagay lang yung baking soda. Kahit sprinkle lang and then hot water. Sprinkle lang siya, hindi siya masyadong marami and then para hindi na rin siya magkalat. And then yung baking soda is it will act the baking soda will act as an absorbent and then the grease will start sticking with the baking soda particles. So para lang din to makatulong dun sa if sobrang lala talaga ng stain, hindi talaga siya maalis. So next. So ito parang home remedy na lang. So siguro pag wala na talaga, as in sobrang grabe yung stain, pwede siyang gamitan ng vinegar. So vinegar with water lang and then pwede yung kahit anong container gamitin. And then dapat make sure lang na yung stained part nung linen is nakadip dun sa vinegar and water. So after nun is leave mo lang siya for the meantime and then traditional way lang ng pag-wash ng linen is wash yung detergent, diba? So, washing lang. So, next. Cleaning grease stains on leather and powder. So, materials needed. So, natural or white microfiber. So, bakit white microfiber? Kasi para hindi na rin mag-dig yung cloth na gagamitin mo pang punas dun sa leather, which pwedeng makaman siya dun sa leather. So, distilled water, leather conditioner. So, procedure is, yun nga, idadump lang yung water, yung cloth, microfiber cloth sa water, and then next is start at the center of the stain and gently wipe outward using circular motion. So, parang kagaya lang nito. So, ito lang, bilit ang example. Tapos, yun, lang, simula sa gitna, hanggang sa palabas. So, yun, kagaya sinabi, circular motion. Simula lang sa gitna, palabas. So, para walang tira din dun sa stained area ng leather. So, after nun, kapag wala nang makitang stain dun sa leather is, hintayin na lang natin matuyo yung leather. And then, repeat lang ng process kung meron pa. And then, after nun, kapag totally clean na, and then tuyo na rin siya, gamitan na lang siya ng conditioner. Ma-expired ata yung meeting, guys. Masyado na ata ako matagal. So, next na lang. Next na. Next. Okay na. Yan. Cleaning these stains on crocodile skin. So, na-report ko kanina ni E3. So, materials needed is a lanolin-based leather cleaner, cornstarch, then clean dry cloth. So, the procedures is, if you're dealing with grease stains and you don't have a cleaner, so yung nabanggit dito sa materials is lanolin-based. So, yung lanolin-based dito sa sinerch ko is para siyang type of wax ointment or parang wax na basta wax. Para siyang wax wool or wool wax. Basta yan. And then, yun, parang pwede mo siyang gamitin alternative para if ever na wala kang leather cleaner which is sobrang mahal din ata. So, pwede mo siyang gamitin and then dito sa based na lang din dito sa materials needed. Yung parang kanina lang din yung baking soda. So yung cornstarch is pwede din siyang maging whey or pwede din siyang maging absorbent ng grease dun sa leather. Same process lang siya. And so yung next step will be you'll want to give the process of couple of hours at least, but the starch should leave your leather grease free by the end. So yun nga, kagaya na sinabi ko kanina, magiging absorbent yung cornstarch, yun yung role niya. So iintay mo lang siya ng ilang hours and then maalis na yung stain. So after nun, after a couple of hours, remove powder by brushing it away. So ayun, avoid lang natin na avoid lang natin na paglilinis or yung pag-clean ng crocodile skin ng stain is avoid natin yung sobrang pag-rub ng brush kasi pwede rin siya makagas sa crocodile skin. So yung scratches is hindi na siya irremovable. So dapat iwasan din natin yan and then gently gamit lang tayo ng mga ice like yung pagaya nito yung clean dry cloth. So ayun lang po.
Mag-restart na lang tayo ng bagong Zoom. Record, i-save ko na muna to.
Like extended nakalagay kanina.
Oo nga. Kala ko may end yung meeting kaya nawala din ako sa
Ano nakalagay? Extended sa akin eh. Parang kasi bago
Naglabas
account.
ng parang in-extend ng host ng unlimited time.
Oo. Bali extended na siya. Unlimited na.
Ewan ko.
Yun nakalagay sa akin.
Ayun
Okay
yung
ko nga.
Akala ko may bayad kasi yung extended.
Hindi, kasi to parang bagong Gmail. Kasi hindi na gumana yung dati ko. At saka ang alam ko kasi pag bagong email yung gamitin mo dito, parang may gift sila lagi na ganun.
Okay. Ay, nga pala sa'yo nga pala nakakala ko.
Sige.
tuloy na natin.
Kaya Ate Mia na pala. Sige, go.
Okay.
Hello everyone, this is Mia Gracia Motita from HM3. I'm reporting about type of stain, blood stain. Next po. And type of stain, blood stain, a stain or spot caused by blood. Next, procedure in removing blood stain on bedsheet. For fresh blood, step 1, use cold water. Always use cold water when removing blood stain from bedsheet. Dahil pag hot water, magsiset yung stain sa bedsheet at mahihirapan na siyang tanggalin. And once you notice the stain, remove your sheet and place the spot under cold running water. Nakakatulong to malesen yung blood sa bedsheet. For step 2, dab the stain. Take cold wet wash cloth and dab the stain area. Huwag mo siyang irarab dahil kapag nirab mo yung stain, mag-spread yung blood dun sa sheets. Nasaan na? And dabbing the stain can help remove any excess from blood that has not yet soaked it. Step 3, soak in cold water. Once you dab the stain, soak your sheet in cold water. You can do this in bathtub and basin. And hayaan mo siyang ma-soak about 30 minutes. Step 4, use a stain fighter. After mong ma-soak yung sheet, gumamit ka ng powerful stain fighter. And mas magandang gamitin yung hydrogen peroxide and water. Nakakatulong to especially sa mga white lighter and kapag namang darker sheet yung ginamit, mas magandang i-test muna siya para hindi siya mag-bleach. Next. Using hydrogen peroxide. Step 1, grab a large bowl and place the stain section of your sheet in it. Then pour a little bit of hydrogen peroxide over it. We recommended about 1/2 cup and add cold water. Let it soak about 24 hours. If the stain has not dissolved, repeat the process. For step 2, once the solution has soaked for 24 hours, you can machine wash your sheet through a regular wash cycle. Make sure to use a mild detergent and remember to only use cold water. Step 3, you should avoid using dryer when trying to remove a stain from your sheet. The heat can set the stain in further. The best method is to let your sheet air dry. Place them outside in the sun or by the fan to spread up the drying process. If the stain is big and stubborn, repeat the above process or try a different stain fighter solution. Next po. For dried blood. Doon sa dried blood be. Material use and safe handling practices. The material use na gagamitin is cold water, hydrogen peroxide, mild detergent, and safe handling procedure is read properly the instruction for the chemical that you use for cleaning to avoid mishandling, and use wisely. Too much chemical, it causes nose irritation sometimes. And number 3, after using the chemical, place it to the trolley and store it to the safest storage. Next. Cleaning blood stain on leather and suit hoses. Material needed: mild soap, lukewarm water, sponge, clean soap cloth. Procedure: mix a solution of mild soap in lukewarm water. Squeeze to create a great volume of sud. Apply only foam with the sponge and gently rub the stain area, taking care not to spread the stain. Number 4, wipe dry with a clean soap cloth.
Feces and spit. Hi, I'm Sandra Nicole Molato and I'll be reporting about the feces. So feces is a waste matter discharge from the bowels after food has been digested. Next. So the material na ginamit dito is bedsheet and leather couch. Next. So ano yung materials na kailangan natin? Itong materials na to is for bedsheet. First is absorbent tissue, liquid detergent, pre-wash treatment, and bleach. Next po. So the procedures in removing feces stain on bed sheets. Step 1, remove the excess pieces of the sheets with several paper towels. Discard and soiled paper towels in a plastic bag and secure the bag close. Place the plastic bag in an outside trash can. The step 2 is fill a clean bathtub with a cool water and add 1/4 cup of laundry detergent in the cool water and mix with your hand. Yung step 3 naman is ito naman yung ibababad na natin yung sheet doon sa tinimpla nating detergent. And using your hand, parang gagawin mo kung paano yung ikot ng washing machine para ma-absorb ng sheet yung detergent. Next is step 4. Ito na i-drain natin yung bathtub, then squeeze the excess liquid from the sheet. Tapos ito na gagamitin na natin yung pre-wash stain treatment. Directly natin i-spray doon sa stain and let sit for 15 minutes. And step 5 is labhan ulit natin yung bed sheet. Ito naman kanina dun sa unang sa step 2 is laundry detergent lang. Ito sa step 5 is lalabhan na natin siya with bleach and make sure na yung gagamitin natin bleach is color safe bleach, lalo na kung yung sheet na ginagamit natin is hindi naman white color. Next. Cleaning feces stain on leather couches. Materials used: saddle soap, baking soda, warm water, absorbent tissue. Next. Soap solution, toothbrush, leather moisturizer, and damp cloth. Next. Procedures in removing feces stain on leather couch. Step 1, same lang din doon sa bed sheet. Ayun nga, tatanggalin mo lang yung yung excess na stain. Then step 2, gamit yung baking soda, lalagyan natin yung leather couch ng baking soda. Ibababad lang natin yung baking soda para ma-absorb niya yung liquid, tsaka para mawala yung amoy. Then syempre after 2 hours tatanggalin na natin yung baking soda. Step 3 is using a saddle soap. Saddle soap kasi nga since delicate yung leather, kaya may specific na soap na ginagamit lang for leather. Ayun yung saddle soap. And ayun nga, saddle soap, ihahalo natin siya sa warm water. And using the old toothbrush, i-scrub natin yung soap doon sa leather. Make sure na lilinisan din natin agad kasi para hindi ma-damage agad yung leather. The next step 4 is dampen a clean cloth with plain water and rinse your leather surface by wiping it with a cloth. Dry your leather with another clean cloth. Step 5 is replenish the moisture in leather surfaces by rubbing leather moisturizer. So since delicate nga yung leather, gagamit tayo ng leather moisturizer para maganda ulit tignan or para malinis ulit tignan or para ma-moisture ulit yung leather. Next. So, safely handling practices. Syempre, una sa lahat is act quickly. Pagka naalam na natin may stain dun sa mga sheet, tanggalin agad natin yung mga excess para hindi na kumalat pa agad. Next is don't overwet any kind of stain. Kasi pagka basang-basa yung, pagka naiwang basang-basa yung stain, mas mahirap na siyang linisin, mahirap nang tanggalin. Pwede pang ma-damage yung sheet. Ayan, dab, don't rub. Kasi nga, ayun nga, pwedeng mag-spread yung stain, tas masasira pa yung mga sheet natin. Where possible, place absorbent paper over the stain and work on the underside of the fabric. Ayun, pwede natin lagyan ng paper towel sa ilalim ng stain para hindi na madamay pa yung, kunyari yung kama, para hindi na madamay pa, hindi na magka-stain din yung kama. And most importantly is, kailangan natin basahin lagi yung instructions and lagi tayo magsusuot ng gloves para protection na rin natin. And always stay stain removers on a hidden area first to check the fabric for color fastness. Ayun.
So, hello, I'm Amirlek Ina Mercado. So, my topic for today is human urine stain. So, basically yung topic ko is sa human, ipo ng tao. So, yung gamit po na material, ang material po na ginamit natin is bedsheet. So, wait lang. So, and things you need to remove this stain. So, number 1 is 1 empty spray bottle. Number 2 is hydrogen peroxide. Number 3 is liquid dishwashing soap. And number 4, baking soda, essential oil. Optional siya yung and number 6, vinegar, and number 7 is enzymatic cleaner. So, ano yung procedure niya? So, number 1 is mix 8 ounces of hydrogen peroxide with 3 tablespoons of baking soda and have half a teaspoon of dish soap into the spray bottle. So parang, ay nga, tagulugin ko. So parang maglalagay ka ng 8 ounces ng peroxide tapos 3 tablespoon of baking soda sa isang lalagyan. Tapos number 2 is gently shake or swish in around. So parang i-shake mo lang siya ng saglit pero wag mo siyang i-shake ng todo. Kasi may tendency siyang bumula and parang hindi siya maganda para panglinis. So step 3 is soak in with vinegar. Vinegar has been well known to remove any kinds. Kaya kilala naman yung vinegar na pagdating sa paglilinis is yun nga, nakakatanggal siya. So parang lalagyan mo din siya ng konti. So para matanggal yung stain. Para makatulong siya sa pagtanggal ng stain. So step 4, apply the liquid over affected spots. Kumbaga, kung ano lang yung spot na may dumi, so yun lang yung lalagyan mo kasi kapag ang nilagyan mo is kahit hindi siya nalagyan ng stain, pero nilalagyan mo siya, parang makakaapekto din siya dun sa cloth, sa cotton. Kasi yun nga, hindi naman siya nalagyan ng stain. So pagtapos nun, pabayaan mo siya ng 5 to 10 minutes. So patagalin mo lang siya hanggang ayun nga, pagkaroon ng 5 to 10 minutes is pagtapos nun, hayaan mo na siyang matuyo, then pwede mo na siyang punasan. So step 5, if the face stain does not go away, repeat the previous step unnecessary. Yun na nga. So pag hindi gumana siya, pwede mo siyang ulitin. And wag mo siyang ilarab ng wipes or towel kasi may tendency kumalat yung stain. So, step 6, apply an enzymatic cleaner to neutralize odor. So, yung enzymatic cleaner, ginagamit siya pangtanggal ng bad odor. Kasi 'di ba yung ihi ng human ay mapanghi. So, yun nga, kailangan natin siya ng lagyan ng enzymatic cleaner para mawala yung bad odor. So, step 7, sprinkle it with baking soda. When sprinkle the pea stain on the mattress with baking soda, make sure that baking soda covers it around it. So, parang kapag naglagay ka ng baking soda, make sure mo na naka ano ba? Naka-cover talaga dun sa kung nasan yung stain dapat naka-cover dun sa baking soda. Tapos step 8, once you finish applying the solution, leave it dry. You might need to wait for 4 to 6 hours and leave the bed naked to remove means no shit. So parang pagkatapos mong gawin lahat 'yon, so maghihintay ka ng 4 to 6 hours and parang huhubadin mo yung tatanggalan mo siya ng sapin, parang gano'n. So, and para yung airflow niya para na, lumabas yung kung ano man yung bad odor na asan, 6, wait lang. Step 9, vacuum. Ayun nga, pagtapos nun, siyempre medyo basa-basa pa siya may konting basa pa yan kahit papaano. So, ayun, pwede mo siyang i-vacuum, vacuum pump para kung ano man yung mga dumi or basa. So, matutuyo din naman yun. So, ito yung mga materials na ginamit, bed sheet, stain removing pad, and pang-toothbrush. Pangkukuskus mo lang siya ng konti pero hindi mo siya kailangan pang kuskusin kasi baka may tendency masira, ganun yung form ng sheet, ganun. So, safe handling practices. So, select the correct PPE and personal protective equipment to use when handling different chemicals. So, syempre, kapag gumagamit ka ng chemical materials, lalo na yung mga matatapang na chemical. So, kailangan yan kasi matetendency mahawakan mo yung mata mo tapos may paano pa yan sa mata mo, may mabulag ka pa, ganyan. Tapos, syempre, kailangan mo din ng gloves kasi may mga tao dyan na may skin disease o baka maapektuhan din. So, face mask din, syempre, mga mahina yung sikmura, yung may hika, ganon. So, kailangan din yan. So, read properly. Number 2, read properly the instruction of chemical that you use for cleaning to avoid mishandling. So, yun nga, kailangan yan. Kumbaga ito yung isa sa mga importante kasi may mga tao na basta lang gamit porket nalaman lang nila na panlinis. Ganyan. So, kailangan nating tingnan yung instruction yun kasi mamaya hindi naman pala para doon yung panlinis, para baka mas lumala pa yung stain, ganun. So use wisely, and too much chemical it causes noise irritation sometimes. So yun nga, parang ganun lang din siya sa number 2 na kailangan tignan natin yung instruction ng maigi para hindi mas lumala yung cause. So, number 4, after using the chemical, place it to the trolley. So, pagtapos mong gamitin, syempre ilalagay mo siya sa pinaka-safe na storage kasi para hindi siya magalaw ng ibang tao at walang aksidenteng mangyari. So, ayun. So, okay na. Thank you.
So the next one po is beverage stain. I am Fia Giselle as Lenerius and I'll be discussing the beverage stain. Next po. So first is beer stain. Beer is water-based stain, which means you don't need to freak out when one happens to you or on you. So yun na, sinabi, yung beer stain, water-based siya. So madali na lang to linisin. So type of materials is carpet. Materials used, ammonia, white vinegar, detergent, scrub, sponge. Procedure in removing beer stain on carpet is step 1, use a little bit of ammonia, pour that on, dot that off using a hand towel or clean white cloth. Yung first step is pag-pour ng ammonia sa hand towel or sa clean white cloth. Dapat yung towel is dry. Step 2, pour a little of white vinegar, soak it and blot it off. After nun, vinegar, then blot lang. Step 3, then a little bit of detergent and blot again. Yung use ng detergent is, syempre, naglagay ka ng vinegar, so baka mangamoy siya, kaya may detergent din. Step 4, take a sponge and wet it with water. Dito, yung sponge, kailangan wet siya para ma-absorb yung nilagay mo na ammonia, white vinegar, tsaka detergent. Fifth is scrub it, wipe, and go back to blotting. Next. Safe handling practices. First, if the carpet is labeled as dry clean only, blot away as much of the drink stain as possible with a towel. Yun. So, kung nakalagay is dry clean lang siya, syempre susundin mo yung in-instruct. And then, as soon as possible, head to the dry cleaner and point out and identify the stain to your professional cleaner. So, kung ikaw mismo, hindi mo na-lighten yung stain, that is the time na hingi ka na ng tulong dun sa dry cleaner and ipo-point out sa kanila kung nasan yung stain kasi mas alam nila kung paano siya tatanggalin. Second is, if you are using a home dry cleaning kit for a small stain, be sure to treat the area with the provided stain remover before putting the garment in a dryer bag. So, syempre, dapat correct yung chemical na gagamitin mo kasi ayaw mo namang tuluyang masira yung material. So, second, next is next one is coffee stain. It is a bit difficult to remove the light brown color and that's because it's a tannin. Kumpara dun sa beer stain na water-based, dito sa coffee stain, mas mahirap siya kasi meron ng brown color dahil dun sa tannin. Yung type of material is carpet. Material used, carpet stain remover, towel, salt, cold water, clean cloth, and vacuum. Procedure in removing coffee stain on carpet is step 1. Immediately blot the stain using a towel. Blot up as much of the coffee as you can right away. So dito, hindi mo na dapat patatagalin ng ilang minuto kung natapon na yung coffee kasi mas mag-stay siya and may hirapan kang tanggalin. Then step 2, sprinkling some salt can also help absorb the stain. Ito, tip lang siya. And then step 3, pour cold water on the coffee stain. Don't oversaturate the carpet. Then makakatulong din yung cold water para malighten. And then huwag sobrang pour kasi ayaw mo namang masoak yung carpet. Kasi mahirapan kang i-dry siya. Step 4, use a clean cloth to blot up liquid and repeat as needed. Step 5, use carpet stain remover according to product directions. Yon, dapat tamang chemicals yung gagamitin mo. Step 6, let the carpet dry. And step 7, once dry, vacuum the carpet to fluff the fibers. And then step 8, watch for stain reappearance or a ring around the stained area. So, sa step 8, kapag ka meron pa ring mark, kahit dry na siya, makakatulong na merong weight para ma-absorb yung stain. Next. Safe handling practices. Number 1, sponge or soak stain in cool water. Second, pre-treat with pre-wash stain remover, liquid, laundry detergent, liquid detergent, booster or paste of powder, laundry product, and water. Third, launder using sodium hypochlorite bleach if safe for fabric or oxygen. Itong sodium hypochlorite, commonly known siya na bleach and used for frequently disinfectant agent. Then the last one, next. Cleaning water stains on leather couches or chairs. Water seems so innocuous, but it can leave unsightly rings on everything from wooden furniture to leather sofas. If you catch these spills immediately, you can often just soak them up with a dry microfiber cloth. But when they're left to sit, kung natapon siya sa leather couches, kailangan mo siyang linisin kaagad kasi mas mahihirapan ka kung pinatagal mo pa. Materials needed, natural or white microfiber cloths, distilled water, leather conditioner. Procedures, step 1, dampen the micro of the stain and gently wipe outward using a circular motion. Yun nga, yung nasabi kanina, kailangan isang direction lang siya, hindi yung iba't iba. Kasi kung nalinis mo na sa kabilang part, then ibabalik mo lang, parang bumalik lang din yung stain, hindi mo siya natanggal, hindi malalighten. Step 3, continue wiping the stain until you can no longer see the mark. Step 4, let the surface dry. If the water stain is still there, repeat the process. Step 5, once the mark is gone and the furniture is dry, treat the leather with the conditioner recommended in your manufacturer's instructions. So dito, hindi mo pala dapat tanggalin yung leather conditioner. Kasi yun yung makakatulong para hindi masira yung leather. Yun lang.
Good afternoon. I am Lori May Silabe and I'm going to report mud and stains. Molek. Type of stains, mud stains. Slimy, sticky mixture of solid material with a liquid and especially water, material, bedsheet. So dito, linawin ko lang pala muna kasi nagkaroon ng urine yung nalagay ni ate. Imbis na mud stains. So yun. So procedures in removing mud stain on bed sheets. So step 1, if the stain is wet mud, allow the mud to dry completely. So eto nga, kailangan pagka nagkaroon ng, for example, nagkaroon ng putik yung damit mo or yung kahit anong suot mo, kailangan patuyuin mo muna bago mo siya linisin. Kasi kapag hindi mo muna pinatuyo, ang mangyayari, kakalat yung dumi at saka mas mahirap tanggalin. Step 2, when the mud is dry, gently scrape off the excess with a plastic knife or spoon, being careful not to grind the dirt into the fabric. So ito nga, pagka na-dry na, kailangan dahan-dahaning tanggalin yung mud dirt. Gagamitan mo siya ng knife or spoon. So kailangan dahan-dahan na gawa nga na baka masira yung damit. So step 3, gently brush at the dirt, dried mud with small brush or toothbrush. Step 4, put a few drops of liquid dash soap into the stain and rub it into the stain with your thumb and forefinger. So yun nga, irarub siya ng ganto, ganon or ganon, circular motion lang. Step 5, add a drop or 2 water to the detergent stain spot and briskly rub with brush or toothbrush on both sides of the fabric. So yun nga, ganun din gagawin. Minsan kasi kapag may mga stain yung mga damit, ang ginagawa is, pwede siyang lagyan ng hot water, pero hindi naman siya talaga parang hindi siya pwede talagang gawin sa lahat ng mga fabric clothes kasi yung iba pwedeng masira yung clothes eh. So step 6, you may need to repeat these steps several times before the stain is completely gone. Step 7, in the alternative, treat the stain with laundry pre-treatment product of your choice as per the direction on the package. Step 8, wash the garment following all care guidelines on the tag. So, 'di ba, sa mga binibili nating damit or sa mga iba pang mga gamit, may nakalagay na tag doon kung paano yung procedure ng paggamit ay yung paglinis or paglaba ng damit. Step 9, when cycle is completely finished, check the clothes carefully for any sign of the stain. If the stain remains, repeat steps 4 and 8. Never dry clothes in a dryer if a stain remains, as this will set the stain, which will be nearly impossible to remove. Next. Material use, plastic knife or plastic spoon, small nail brush or toothbrush, liquid dish soap, washer, laundry detergent, bleach, optional na lang. Next, Mulek. Last, yung safe handling practices. Always read the label on your garment to determine proper washing instructions. So yun nga yung kanina, kung paano gamitin or kung paano yung way ng paglinis ng damit if ever may stain or paano yung paglaba. It is generally a good idea to wash stained clothes separately from the other laundry to avoid spreading the stain to other clothes. So yun. Number 3, if the dirt, mud, stain is on delicate fabrics such as silk or wool, or if the garment is designated as dry clean, only take the item to a professional cleaner. For help finding reputable cleaners in your area, contact your local chamber of commerce or visit the yellow pages. So yun, kapag hindi na talaga kaya or nasa delicate state na yung way ng paglilinis mo, baka pwede nang masira. Tumawag na lang daw yun nga sa reputable cleaners. So, number 4, the laundry aisle of your local grocery store most likely has numerous products available to pre-treat stains. Example, yung mga Tide to Go, Shout, etc. Always read and follow all directions carefully, making certain that the product is appropriate for the fabric you have in mind. Number 5, if using bleach in your wash, always exercise caution. Bleach is hazardous chemical and should be handled with care. Number 6, although removing a fresh stain is often easier than removing one that has set in. Trying to remove a mud stain before it is dry will generally only worsen the stain, so make sure the mud has dried first. Number 7, with dry dirt, the sooner you can treat the stain, the better. Even if you can't get the item into a washer right away, it is best to pre-treat the stain anyway. If you don't have access to dishwashing soap, even liquid, hand soap will be better than nothing. Thank you.
Yun na ba lahat? Ayun na pala lahat. Okay, sige. Ano na lang? Parang closing char. Parang that's all, ganyan-ganyan. Si Amelec, tanggal mo na yung tawag to, nung share screen. Okay. Wait lang. Ano ba sasabihin? Sino nasa Nasa yung main na speaker view. May nagpa-speaker view nga.
Paano yun?
Sa view sa gilid. Left, right, upper right. May nakalagay na view. Tapos speaker view mo.
View. Speaker view.
Wala?
Meron.
Naka-speaker view na?
Oo.
Okay,
Yup.
sige. Ikaw na lang mag-close.
Hmm?
Sabihin lang, that's all for today. Thank you. Yun lang.
Okay. O, tara. Ako? Magsasabi? So, that's so, sir, thank you po. That's all for today. Thank you.
Send, okay na, Alex. Send mo sa akin mamaya, ha? Kasi
Paano
edit ko
kasi
pa yan.
paano pala si send
Send ko na lang
kasi
yung,
hindi
send ko na lang
kaya
yung info.
email,
Ha?
hindi kaya sa email yon. Ang laki
Hindi,
naman.
isa-send ko siya sa sa drive. I-upload mo sa drive mo, sa Google Drive, tapos i-send mo sa akin yung link.
I-viewers, ano ko pa? Paano ba? Yung,
Basta yung restriction niya, i-ano mo. Mamaya sisend ko, like, nakalimutan ko yung ilalagay dun. Basta yung restriction lang niya.
o kaya, if ever na, hindi ko ka, ha?
May nakalagay doon pagka 'di ba nagbigay ka ng link, siya lang
Oo.
yung pwede maka-open. Edit mo, madali lang yun, nasa gilid lang naman, makikita mo agad yun.
Sige, sige. Pero may isang option eh, kapag hindi ko pag di gumana, na-upload ko sa YouTube, tas i-copy mo
Pwede
yung
din.
link,
Pwede din.
i-download mo.
Kaya lang yung quality yung pinakamataas na quality yung ano mo.
Okay, go. Sige, sige.
Matagal
Pero huwag mo muna
ma-delete.
i-delete agad, Amulek. Baka magka-problema. Ano mo lang, pag nakapag-upload ka, huwag mo muna i-delete.
Okay, okay.
Okay. Thank you. Bye-bye. Thank you, thank you.
Bye.
Thank you.
Wag muna i-edit lang. I-stop recording ko muna. Baka kapag
Ah,
inend
sige.
nyo,